morning, everybody. So we've been in school a lot this week, and I guess today everyone won't be any different. It's a Southwest Missouri High School teacher accused of using critical race theory loses job. Now, I want to know what kind of critical race theory was he using, and how does that warrant him losing a job? And was this a black teacher? Was this a bussy teacher? What kind of teacher was this? Because I smell fish sticks. We'll be right back on Keep It P podcast.
Early in the morning, wake your goat mouth ass up.
Yeah, this is the Keep It P podcast where we take the news situations, everyday occurrences, and we show how one could have and could not have been keeping it P. Yeah. Not trying to tell you what to think, trying to show you how to think. That's why I bust down the articles the way in which I do. It's very simple, right? Please go ahead and hit that like button because that helps with the algorithms. Maybe we might start getting some notifications as more people hit the like button. We'll tell you hit the bell for notifications too, but it don't seem like they notifying people. But go ahead and hit it anyway.
Please do.
Dang, these all little busters. Anyway, it says a school board in Southwest Missouri voted to renew the contract of a teacher after parents accused her of using critical race theory. Kim Morrison, sounds black, an English teacher at Greenfield High School, said the vote in mid-March came shortly after allegations surfaced about a worksheet used as a part of teaching the book Dear Martin. Uh-oh. So you can't know nothing about black people, I see. This was her second year teaching the award-winning adult novel about racism in an elective contemporary lectures class. It was the first year students were assigned a 15-question worksheet called How Racially Privileged You Are. They ain't like that.
I'm saying it was a white teacher.
Oh, yeah. And she was off cold, so they had to get her.
Yeah.
She's off cold. They had to get her. Yep. Hold on. Yep. I think you're right. In late February, Morrison said that she was called to the office of the high school principal, Jennifer Roberts, and told that she had complaints from the parents. The first meeting when she showed up, they got a copy of the handout that she wanted to know the context. She said people she's hearing from said that this is CRT, Morrison recalled. I said, well, it's not CRT. I don't know what CRT is because I don't go to law school and we don't cover it in grade school. That isn't. And didn't you say that earlier, though? Didn't you allude to that it was only being taught in a few college courses and then they even elementary curriculum at all?
Yes.
And they refuse to define exactly what it is so they can use a broad brush and paint it like stuff like this.
Right.
And I see through it, but they just getting hurt because she off cold. She said, I said, discussing racism is not CRT. And she said she understood, but that it was not what she was hearing. Critical race theory, developed decades ago by legal scholars, urges that race is a social construct and racism has been embedded in policies and legal systems in the U.S. Okay, if that's the definition, now I see why they don't want to talk about critical race theory.
Right.
That's the first time I really heard a definition. But if that's what it is, well, yeah, you don't want us to tell about how y'all closeted racists and y'all not as supreme as you think you are, dub S. Recently years, the theory has become political lightning rod. Critics urge that it attacks mainstream institutions ranging from public schools to courtrooms. It has roots in Marxism, fuels racism, perpetuates stereotypes, and undermines academic freedom. No, it tells about what white people do, and you don't like it.
Period.
Opponents have also attempted to label an effort to combat racism or promote equality, diversity, and inclusion as CRT. Anything that has to
Yep.
do, that okay, but that's the part that makes it ambiguous, which is where they able to kind of pick and choose. But if we going off the definition, it's a college course. I just said it, and that it has nothing to do with school. Morrison said that she explained the worksheet, which she purchased from a database of instructional material, was intended to help students examine their own experience and vantage points. It's not to meant to prompt. It's meant to not. It was not meant to prompt class discussion. It was to prepare students for conversations that was going to happen between two characters that we were talking about and that we read. Morrison, in her fourth year in Greenwood, was called to office again in mid-March, a couple days before the school board meeting. The principal, and still fielding complaints, Morrison said that when I got concerns that my conversation with her 2 weeks ago prior hadn't resolved anything. She asked me to meet with the superintendent, Chris Kelly, after school March 16th and the day of the school board meeting. I requested a meeting and he didn't ask me why. When I went there, he stated the conversation and he said that we didn't know if I would be rehired or not, she said. He could not predict. So they just playing her like that? Yeah, that you was off cold, boo boo. That's what it is. They like, nah, we can't let you back in the kit. We can't let you back in there. You know how you making little Tommy and little Becky feel when you tell them
Right.
that they got privilege? They feel bad.
And
And
then
we can't
didn't
have
fire
that.
and then didn't fire her. We just hit you with the we didn't renew your contract, P.
Yeah. In the letter, Kale confirmed that the school board's decision not to rehire Morrison for the 2023 school year, it states the reason. Your decision to incorporate the worksheet associated with the novel Deal Martin due to the content and subject matter. Oh, so the school is anti-black racist.
Period. See, and
And
you
so,
couldn't do that to a black teacher.
yeah, no, they couldn't. Yep, but they could do it to her though.
Yes.
Yep, you're right. In a subsequent interview with a news leader, Kell said the vote was not unanimous. He said that the vote to not rehire Morrison went against his recommendation and that the high school principal. There was administrative support for her return, he said. Well, obviously wasn't because y'all didn't.
Obviously, it wasn't.
Now they got the questions. Oh, this is really good. Let's see what the questions are. Hold on, this is the good part. I want to see what they got all up in arms about. All right, so it says, hold on, let me see if I can pull this up a little bit. All right, there we go. It says, I have never been discriminated against because of the color of my skin. I have never been the only person of my race in the room. I have never, and these are all true and untrue. So that's not even really bad. I have never been a victim of violence because of my race. I have never been told I sound or act white. I can go shopping alone most of the time and feel sure that I will not be followed and harassed. This is all the stuff that happens to black people, by the way.
It is, but now you're starting to get a little grown because don't no kid go shopping and whoopty whamming alone.
Right.
Depending on what grade it is. Now, if it's like 8th grade, okay.
I can turn on my television or open the front page of a paper and see people of my race widely represented. When I'm told about our national heritage, about civilization, I am shown that the people of my color made it what it was. Okay, I see where they're going with that. I can walk into a room, I can walk into any hair salon and find someone who can cut my hair.
See, for a kid,
I am never asked to speak for all the people of my racial group. I can swear or dress in a secondhand clothing or not answer letters without having people attribute these choices to bad morals, the poverty or illiteracy of my race.
little kid don't even know what that means, fam. She shouldn't have did that, man.
Yeah, I can be
That was
pretty
easy to pick on her because of that. That was easy. That was her privilege that let her think that she could do that.
Mm-hmm. I can be pretty sure that if I talk to the person in charge, I will be facing a person of my race. If a traffic stop pulls pulls me over, I can be sure that I haven't been singled out because of my race.
A kid,
I can easily buy posters, postcards, picture books, greeting cards, dolls, toys, and children magazines featuring people of my race. I can be, you know what? All right, now I see. I really, 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 really see. They're like, listen, white lady, don't be making our kids question their privileges. We want them to be happy and go forth with their privileges. Don't be making my kids question their privileges like something's wrong because we took advantage of a whole society of people and we still benefiting from it right now today. Don't do that.
I'm saying you can't. I'm saying the kid can't even
Understand?
digest what's even being said.
Yeah, I can
That's what
choose.
I'm saying. I'm saying this whole thing is a setup.
I think so too.
She
Yep,
wanted to get publicity.
you're
You
right.
was gonna be the great PC savior,
You're right.
and she's gonna have a GoFundMe account. Fam,
Yeah.
she been wanting to leave there anyways because she got a black boyfriend.
Mm, mm,
Probably got maybe some black kids.
mm. And yeah, she's like, I'm gonna do my part and show these other ones so they can understand my children and it backfired.
Listen, I'm not even giving her that. I'm saying she knew she was gonna get canned. She's doing it for the money, P. The money in her little 15 minutes of fame, P.
Yeah, at that point, I mean, it is what it is.
Where you don't see her doing no battle cries or nothing and saying "Ooh, really."
No.
She just telling the story. Really, she ain't even really like, yeah, the injustices that are being so. She's not. She ain't said nothing like that. Not one time.
Right. No, you're
Money
totally
grab,
right.
P.
Simply so we can determine if we meet the criteria or not to apply.
Yeah, no, you're really
And
you're actually you're pretty right. So I don't know what to tell y'all, man. In this one, what? Well, I guess there is something to learn here. What there is to learn here is that even white people will get other white people when they feel like they off code.
Straight up. Period.
Other people will get that. Other white people will get other white people when they feel like they being off code. They gonna get your ass. You ain't going nowhere. We don't care about your privilege. We got to make an example out of you.
Period.
Period.
And I feel like she knew that they was gonna do that.
Yeah, I know. I'm going with what you said in the beginning. It seemed like a setup because it just
I'm
seems
telling you,
too far fetched and too funny bunny. You know what I'm saying? Too
fam, you
fun.
knew you was pushing it when you read Martin.
Right.
When you had him reading the Martin. And if you was gonna jump off the cliff and be so dramatic, you pick something safe like Martin. What is you talking about? That was a safe book. So don't act like you was out there trying to be a revolution. No, no, no. You jumped off the cliff when you threw the little paperwork because you knew that was
Yeah.
gonna get the goats
Yeah. Yeah.
and
Yeah.
get you
Yeah.
canned, P. You did
Hmm.
that even after you got talked to about the book. They talked to you about the book. It's like, nah, it's Martin, but yeah, we support you, but it's still it's Martin and it's iffy. We
Right.
got some complaints, but we're riding with you. And she
Right.
said, okay, that didn't get me fired. Here, let me get the
Let me get the real shit.
straight up. And
Yeah.
you know that that's geared towards older students, period, because you're asking them about hair salons and barber shops. Come on, man. Them little kids ain't going to no hair salons nor no barber shops.
No, I don't think so at all. Yeah, those some of those questions was sus, like super sus.
You could have did one that was more geared towards the kids than if you was gonna put one in there if you wanted to make a dent. They didn't even know what language you was speaking.
Super sus. Super sustration.
For
Oh,
real.
that's all. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, we ain't gonna hold y'all. We gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being on code. I can tell you that for sure. For sure, I can tell you that. That's what I can tell you. Okay. Other than that, love, peace, blessings, and aloha. And please declare anti-black racism a public health crisis. Okay, and we out of here. Take these commercials.
Music TV.
Everybody know you get the money from that ride before you went on stage. I told you motherfucker ain't got your money yet, man. Fuck you, man. You ain't got the money yet.
Fuck you think you is, man? Motherfucking Ron O'Neal or something? What you gonna do? You supposed to be scared now because you got a pistol, motherfucker.
I got it.
Look, I don't play with this shit. You don't even know what I gave to this shit. Self-made with this shit. I slay with this shit. Been a lot of roads I done paved with this shit. Look, see, I don't play with this shit. You don't
Kyrie with the give and go. I get it cheap for the low. More snow than the Eskimo big birdies. Taking flight, change your life in one night. By 2 a.m. if you do it right. Up late like Nick and Night. Small fish, big appetite. Get an extra 4 if you whip it right. Got good gas and it's light bright. Got
He been hula hooping through loopholes, working round shit. You can count lava down, but you can't count them out, baby. Life give me lemons, I make lemon rain. I gotta go, gotta hustle to get it. If you ain't talking business, little shawty, you trippin'.
Hey, Ray Ray.
Hey Rihanna, hey girl, how you doing? I'm into you like Trump's in the Putin. I know that might sound a little confusing. I had to say it for my own amusement. What I'm trying to say is, can we go cruising? Top down, blow some good gas, and listen.
Russian cream, leaves, Keith, oil, premium bud. Man, I hustle in the street, but I'm a freak with the love.
Bring that ass over, tryna bring it back. I'm a big dog, tryna bring it back. I'ma slide in the way to bring it back. Let a nigga.
All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it. All I wanna do is see you get down. All I wanna do is see you move it.
Music TV.